right? So I don't know if this is your first time taking a graphic design course, but or this is not. It's very important to lay the foundations before we go right into designing on the software, of which we're going to be using CorelDRAW and Photoshop, right? So and one thing that I've seen many people do is jump right into those softwares without learning the basics, without learning the principles and the theoretical part of design, which in fact is the most important part, right? So, introduction to graphic design, principle of unity, where you put things that are alike beside each other, and the principle of movement. We're going to get there later today, in this course rather. And the one on the right, hello clean December. We do much more this month. December is the most important thing here. And before that, people see, after seeing December, they see hello clean because this is the banner design, food banner. You begin to see stuff like this. I'm like, okay, all right. And just begin to search for inspiration. This is just to get inspiration, by the way. Dribble also works in the same way, just to get inspiration, right? Food. Basically, if you mix all colors, the CMYK, which is cyan, magenta, yellow, if you mix those three colors, you're going to get black, right? And that's what that means. Whereas for this one, you're going to get white. You get so these early 1800s and 1700s, and it was in this kind of font. If you look at Times New Roman, which is used for newspaper and newspaper and your project Word documents, it has this serif. It's a serif font also, and then we can proceed from there. Okay, so when you open your CorelDRAW, this is what you see. You have the welcome page. You can create a new document or open an existing document. And if your Corel that are that's where put into practice or display, you get one is contrast in the aspect of, okay, it is a black text on a white background. Contrast also in the aspect of this welcome to is written in a font, maybe a small chops pack. The images that I wanted to put were something that will cut across all that she does: meat pie, cake, jollof rice. Reduce the size, say 11. And one other thing I did was the leading. I reduced the leading, possibly just reducing the space. I click on properties and there's a quick action called remove background, and I click on it and I wait for Photoshop to do its magic of removing the background for me. It doesn't always work. Like at times the background might be so busy such that because it uses artificial intelligence, right, to remove background, so it might not always be a clean cut, but you can as well try it, especially if you're using the logo mark alone and the tagline apparels for royalty. This one, the logo mark and the tagline in like a semicircle format, yeah, but on the right. And then here we have, I think this is a primary logo, or what I call the horizontal version, because it is horizontal. Because there are millions of logos, you're working in your house, there are products that you have logos everywhere. You go to a shop, a mall, there are logos everywhere. So for you to stand out, for businesses to stand out, the logo has to be distinct. Number three, it has to be versatile. And what that means is that, can this logo work on different platforms? The Starbucks logo, can it work on a shirt? Will it be visible